The 24th Amendment to the United States Constitution, ratified on January 23, 1964, was a major victory in the fight for civil rights and voting equality. This amendment banned the use of poll taxes in federal elections, removing one of the most oppressive barriers used to disenfranchise African American and poor white voters, particularly in the Jim Crow South. The poll tax was one of several tactics used to suppress Black voters after the Civil War. Following the 15th Amendment, 1870, which granted Black men the right to vote, Southern states sought ways to bypass federal protections and maintain white political dominance. By the late 19th century, many Southern states had implemented poll taxes, requiring individuals to pay a fee in order to vote. These taxes disproportionately affected African Americans, poor white citizens, and other marginalized groups who could not afford to pay. Additionally, many states enforced cumulative poll taxes, meaning that if a voter had failed to pay in previous years, they had to settle back payments before becoming eligible to vote. This effectively excluded thousands of voters for generations, reinforcing racial and economic inequalities. Alongside literacy tests, grandfather clauses, and voter intimidation, poll taxes became a powerful tool to disenfranchise Black voters during the Jim Crow era. These discriminatory practices were widely supported by white Southern politicians who sought to preserve segregation and white supremacy. The fight to eliminate poll taxes gained momentum in the 20th century, particularly during the Civil Rights Movement. Activists and organizations such as the NAACP, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, and Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, argued that poll taxes violated democratic principles by limiting voting rights based on wealth. The push for a constitutional amendment to eliminate poll taxes began gaining traction in the 1950s and early 1960s. President John F. Kennedy and later Lyndon B. Johnson supported efforts to remove economic barriers to voting. In 1962, Congress passed a resolution proposing the 24th Amendment, which was quickly ratified by the necessary 3/4 of the states by January 23, 1964. The amendment states, "The right of citizens of the United States to vote in any primary or other election for president or vice president, for electors for president or vice president, or for senator or representative in Congress shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state by reason of failure to pay any poll tax or other tax." While the 24th Amendment eliminated poll taxes in federal elections, many Southern states continued to enforce them in state and local elections. This led to further legal battles, culminating in the landmark Supreme Court case Harper v. Virginia Board of Elections, 1966. In a 6-3 decision, the court ruled that poll taxes in state elections were unconstitutional, citing the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Despite these victories, voter suppression tactics did not disappear. Southern states quickly implemented new barriers, such as voter ID laws, gerrymandering, and felony disenfranchisement, all of which disproportionately impacted Black and low-income voters. Even today, debates over voting rights, access to the ballot, and election integrity continue, making the 24th Amendment as relevant as ever. The abolition of the poll tax was a significant step toward achieving a more inclusive democracy, ensuring that no citizen would be denied the right to vote based on their economic status. However, the ongoing struggle against voter suppression shows that protecting voting rights requires constant vigilance and advocacy.